You are welcome or welcome back to Olives. My name is Olivia. In this video, I'll share with you how I created this simple free dress with a built-up neckline. This dress also has a simple, stylish artwork, which I'm going to show you how I went about it. So do keep watching. Let's get right into this video. These are leftover materials that I want to make use of. What I have imagined is to add the yellow at the lower part of the dress like this. Okay, the top part will take the blue black. The first stage will be to join them together like this to have a normal fabric with the length and with the width. Then we can go ahead to work on drafting directly on the material. Okay, so I'm going to pick it this way. I'll move to the machine and stitch with 1/2 inch till I get to where I began to pin. So after joining, this is how it looks like. This is the wrong side. I'm gonna need to press the seams open. This is 36, which is a yard, roughly 2 yards. I'm going to fold into 2 equal parts like this. So I'll move on to fold again. So that's into 4 equal parts. And here is going to be our center back. So I'm going to mark 1 inch zip extension. I'll make sure while folding into 4, the folded part here will align with this white line, which is the actual center back, and here is the zip extension. Just going to mark from here as my starting point. Okay, which is also going to serve as my shoulder line. The full length I'm making use of is 39 inches plus extra 1 inch. That will be 40 inches. So while measuring the full length, I'm going to take into consideration my shoulder to waist, which is 16.5, and then shoulder to hip, and from there straight down I'll mark the length of the dress, which is 39 plus 1 inch 40. So from the shoulder here, I'll come down to mark my shoulder to chest, which is 8.5 inches. Across back measurement is 15 inches divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to add extra 1/2 inch because I'll be adding sleeve to the dress, so I need that 1/2 inch to join to the sleeve. So I'll mark it here. Mark the same 8 inches on the chest line. We'll also determine our neck width, right? Roughly 2.5 inches. So right down from the shoulder here, I'll mark 1 inch and put this point like this. I'm going to slant it this way as my shoulder slope. You know, we have the back and the front, right? So we are going to divide whatever we have here, divide it into 2. This is about 7.5. Okay, so that's 3/4. Here is it. I'll go in by 1/2 inch, which is going to serve as the back armhole. Okay, so let's draw that first. I'll connect this 1/2 inch to the shoulder slope like this. On the chest line, I'm going to use 1/4 of my bust. The bust measurement I'm using is 36 divided by 4 is 9. So I'll make use of 3/4 inch as ease, so that's a total of 9 3/4 inch. So this is it. So right from this 1/2 inch, I'll curve it and connect to this measurement here. I'll go in from this same dotted line by 3/4 inch. That as well, I'll mark a diagonal line to meet the shoulder slope and also make sure this connects to this same measurement we have here. This is it. The measurement for the waist I'm using is 31. Okay, so dividing 31 into 4, you can just use your tape behind the 31 inches like this. That's divided by 2. I'll fold it again. So I'm going to mark this 7 3/4 here and then mark the ease I want, 1 inch. So I'll connect this to this. Yeah, like this. So I'll move down to the hip area. Okay, quarter of the hip is 10.5, that's about 41 inches, and ease of 1 inch, that's 11.5 inches. Connect the waist to the hip. I'm trying to go for a little A-line shape, so I'm going to make sure that whatever measurement I have here is the same at the hem first. Now I'll consider my sewing allowance half inch. Okay, so I'll consider that half inch. Whatever I have left here, that is what I'll use as the A-line. So this is enough. This is a total of 2.5 inches, half inch for allowance. Okay, and then the 2 inches extra width for the A-line. I'm trying to exclude the hemming allowance I added, and I'm going to blend it into it. I have my shape. I want to tighten the back. Okay, so I'll urge you to focus on what I'm doing here so you can understand. All right, so I'm pin here. This is the waistline, right? I like to take out from the zip extension 3/4 inch, okay, for tightening the back, and then I'll remark my 1 inch zip extension. Okay, this is the actual zip extension line. I took out 3/4 inch, okay, and from that 3/4 inch I then measured my 1 inch zip extension. So what I'm going to do is to connect my new zipper extension from here to meet close to my shoulder. Okay, my shoulder line here. I don't know if you can see, close to my shoulder line here. I'll just connect and make sure it connects back into the initial zip extension at this point. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing to the hip. I'll make sure that it blends back into the hip like this. All right, so with this same 1 inch zip extension, we are trying to temper with just the waist. Okay, and then we'll reconnect back here as well like this. So here is the zip extension. It goes this way and goes this way. Wouldn't it affect the waist measurement? Yes, please, it will. So what we will do is, we've taken out 3/4 inch, right? We'll make sure we add this 3/4 inch to the side here. Don't worry, we'll get it. Okay, so I'll reconnect it to the waist, and then also reconnect this to the hip, just like we did here. Make sure you repeat it here. So this is just for the back. Okay, this is just for the back. We can go ahead and add our half inch allowance. I'm going to divide the bust measurement, which I'm working with, by 12 inches. So that is going to give me 3 inches. Okay, so my front will be 3 by 3 inches, and the back, I'm just going to use 3 as the width by 1 as the depth. I'm going to remark that like this. This is my neck width, and I'll connect it again. This is my shoulder. Connect it to the shoulder slope like this. I'll mark the same 3 inches. Mark it this way and mark it this way. Okay, and the front neck depth, I'm going to just mark it this way. Okay, but the back, I'm not going to mark it. You might not really make use of it, but it's just a guideline. All right, so we are going to make use of the back as well at once. So I'm going to mark about half inch from here. That will be for the back. I'll go in by half inch from here, and from the neck width here, I'll use about 2 inches. So I'll just connect them this way. As easy as that, right? The back will go this way. So this is the back. From this line, which is the starting point of the rectangular line, okay, where we mark down the half inch, I'll mark down 1¼ inch for the front. This is it. Okay, from the center front I'll mark almost 3/4 inch like this. Okay, that is the line, and then just connect from that 3/4 inch up here up to this line. This is for the back and this is for the front. Okay, they are both connected this way, right? Here is our shoulder line. I'm just going to demonstrate with the built up. So we are going to determine actual neck width like this and connect to the shoulder slope, right? That is what we did. So we are going to square up whatever neck width we have here, which I use 3 inches. You square it up by measuring 1¼ inch or 2 inches like this. You mark the same thing here and then you do it this way. Okay, what I did was to mark 2 inches from the neck width like this, and we are trying to determine both front and back at the same time. The back I use 1/2 inch connected from the 1/2 inch to meet whatever we have here. Meanwhile, we went in by 1/2 inch and then connected it this way to blend with the shoulder. Okay, and then I came down from this line by 1/2 inch, which is the back neckline, and also connected. For the front neckline, I use about 1¼ inch like this, in by 3/4 inch, connected it this way. Okay, because I want a slit to be at the front, that is why I'm doing all of this for the front. Okay, I'll use from the shoulder line 7 inches. So from here I'll mark 7 inches. Okay, this is my 7 inch. Connect from this 3/4 inch to this 7 inches. So that is for just the front. Okay, so now I'll add joining allowance. Just mark 1/2 inch following all these lines, and then it ends here. Then I can go ahead and cut. You know, we did something for the back, right? That's tightening the center back. So we are going to cut out the back first. So I'll follow the back neckline with this point. After cutting the back, then we'll work on the front. Okay, this is our back. Here is the waistline. I'll take it aside. Here is the front. Before the back tightening, this was the exact waist measurement we had, right, including ease. So that is for the front. Okay, and here is for the back, because we tightened the back, obviously. So we are going to follow this initial line and just add 1/2 inch. We'll work on the armhole as well. This is the front armhole. I'll work on the front by just following the front neckline and then going this way. Here is our built up neckline. We have to cut facing, follow the front and the back. Scuba is already thick, so I'm just going to make use of lining. I'm just going to keep it this way. So I'll follow the same 2 inches width I have here. So this is it here, and that is where my facing will stop. Just follow the shape. I'll notch right here. So for the depth, we can also use the same 2 inches from here, like this. Just connect with the notch I have here, which is the width. Just connect them this way. I've tried pinning the face. Now I can follow the shape of what I have and cut out. The fact that scuba is stretchy, I'm just being careful so the scuba doesn't become bigger than the facing or vice versa while cutting the facing. That is why I made it this way. I'm making sure that the same width I have for the front, that's for the facing, is the same as the back. Okay. From here, it has to correspond with whatever width you have. Okay, so I'll mark down 3.5. And we did not add half-inch allowance here, but by the time we sew it in, it will still be okay. We are going to connect from here to meet this point. Okay, if you mark 1 inch or 2 inches, you are going to have your facing this way, so be mindful of that. That's why I said it has to correspond with whatever width we have here. Alright, love, thank you for watching to this point. This video must not be a boring tutorial, so we are going to have a second part of this. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button, like the video, share, and I will see you soon.